Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai, and welcome to Jagadambe Reads the Holy Books of India, ShrimadBhagavatam207. As you may remember, Yayati, the king, married Devayani. 130. Sharmishta. Yayati took Devayani to his Antapura, and she was very happy there. Sharmishta, who had come with her, was made to reside in the Ashokavana, the garden adjoining the palace. With her had come the 1,000 maids according to the condition imposed on her long ago by Devayani. Yayati was very happy with Devayani. In course of time, a son was born to her. One day, Sharmishta was wandering in the garden. Her heart was heavy with grief. She was bemoaning her fate, and she compared herself to Devayani, who had a handsome husband and a beautiful child. Devayani's womanhood had been fulfilled, while Sharmishta was still a maiden, and all because of some childish action of hers. There was no use looking back, but on that day she was particularly unhappy. Leaning against an Ashoka tree, she stood, her thoughts wandering at will. The tree was in full bloom, with the branches laden with orange flowers and buds which were blooming in clusters. She stood leaning against the tree, her arms clinging to the flowering branches. So he saw her, the king, who had wandered into the garden by chance. He stood looking at her for a long time. He had never seen a woman as beautiful as this one. He had fallen in love with her long ago, when he was forced into the marriage with Devayani. He was happy, no doubt, with his wife, but his heart had always been given to Sharmishta. If it had not been for the words of warning spoken by Shukra, he would have married her long ago. But he was a righteous king, and he did not want to break a promise. He was also afraid to incur the wrath of a Brahmin. These were the reasons why he had never given a thought to his love for Sharmishta. Today he saw her alone, and her beauty was captivating. He could not move from there, but stood rooted to the spot. Suddenly Sharmishta turned round and found the king standing not far away. For the last so many days, nay, months, she had been in love with him. Ever since he came on the scene when she was pressing the feet of Devayani. She had known from his eyes that he wanted her. But Devayani had chosen him as hers already, and she had come to the city with the newlyweds. She had to suffer the torture of seeing the king every day and live with only thoughts of him. She saw him, and with her palms folded, she saluted him. And so they stood for a while. Then she said, "You are the king, and you are like a god, since you grant the prayers of those who are dependent on you. I want to ask a favor of you." The king lifted his eyebrow as if to say, "What do you want?" She said, "I want you to take me for wife." Yayati said, "I know who you are. You are the daughter of Vishvaparva, and you are the maid who has accompanied my wife. Ever since I saw you, I have not forgotten you. You are very beautiful. There is no one equal to you, but I have been commanded by Acharya Shukra not to entertain any thoughts of you in my mind, and it is this promise which has held me away from you." Sharmishta smiled and said, "Well versed in the Shastras as you are, have you not been taught that lies are allowed on 5 occasions? When a man and a woman make love, the man is allowed to speak untruths, which are meant as jokes. When a man wants a woman to get her, he may speak words which are not true. These are not considered as lies. When a marriage is to be performed, it is often necessary to speak untruths, which are not considered to be lies. When a life is in danger, lies are allowed, provided the life can be saved thereby. When all one's wealth is about to be lost, lies are allowed to be spoken. Under these conditions, a person is forgiven who sheds their uprightness." Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai. Thank you for coming. I hope you come again.